y'all. Welcome to another episode of Midweek Minis, the show where you get to ask us your burning questions. I'm Mitch Lawrence. That's my wife, Leah Lawrence.
Hello.
And we are happy and excited to be back with you. Happy and excited both. So, quote me on that. Yes, we're very excited.
Woot.
And we have another listener story for this week, don't we, Leah?
We sure do. This week, we're going to be doing a listener story from Abby. She's a member of the Possum Passel.
Welcome, Abby.
If you want to join her, you can do that on patreon.com. But anyway, Abby sent us a message the other day, and she had a very recent personal experience that she wanted to share with us, and I wanted to share it with all of you. Are you ready, Mitchell?
Yeah, I saw that she sent it, but I didn't read it, so I'm excited. I didn't know it was recent. That's fun.
It is recent, like a couple days ago recent. So, okay. It says, "Hey guys, I have a personal story for the Midweek Minis.
Hey.
This literally happened to me last night."
Oh, God.
And she sent this message yesterday, so like 2 days ago. So excited. Anyway, my friends and I decided to take a walk in the old cemetery near my friend's house. If you've ever read about the area that I live in, you know that it's really old and full of Pueblo history, as well as Spanish and lots of superstitions. So I think she lives in New Mexico, just BT dubs.
I think so. I don't know too much about it, though, because I don't want to be a creep ass.
Anyway, well, I mean, I've sent out the postcards and stuff, or the stickers, so I'm pretty sure I know where most of the people that... Anyway.
I've signed them.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're walking through and I get this feeling that I'm being drawn towards a specific area. I've walked in cemeteries before, just never at night. So we walk towards it and nothing comes up. So we keep walking and we keep walking and end up in front of a teenager's grave who died in a tragic shooting last year. After paying our respects for a few minutes, we kept walking along towards the older graves from the 19th century. We passed a grave that was sort of like a marker or a threshold between the modern and the old, or the modern cemetery and the old. As soon as I passed it, I felt like I was blind. The only thing that I can see was blue lights, like electric shocks or static shooting across my vision.
This is weird.
With my eyes open and closed. Needless to say, my friends bailed on me. I've never seen anyone run that fast. My son was the only one who stayed with me because I didn't want to leave. I wanted to figure out why the hell I couldn't seem to walk further than the tree. I intend to go back just in the daylight, and this time to see where I was.
Please go back only at daytime.
I don't know, it's super creepy. To me, it has like the blue shocky lights give me a very will-o'-the-wisp kind of feeling.
I don't know what that means, but I support it.
Okay, well, they're originally, a lot of people call will-o'-the-wisp corpse lights too. So they're lights that are found a lot of the time in cemeteries specifically. But if it was only you that could see them instead of like everybody, I don't know. It's a little creepy and I like it.
Yeah.
I would be terrified if it happened to me.
Maybe
but
Abby's just touched.
It's also, I mean, yeah, it's a possibility. Maybe you can see the will-o'-the-wisps and someone else can't. I don't know. Just don't follow them. I've read lots of books. You're not supposed to follow them. But anyway, creepy. I like it. Are you ready for questions?
Yeah, I'm ready for questions, and I have the bag. So the question is actually, are you ready for questions?
Yes.
Okay, good. And I think this is from Allison. The name is cut off, but I think she submitted this one. Because it's in my handwriting and I do not come up with questions. So, I really think that she did this one, but I don't know. Leah, you'll have fun with this one. Have you ever been to a Renaissance fair? What was or would be your costume?
Yes. I've been going to Renaissance fairs since I was in like 8th grade because I'm a really giant fucking nerd. I personally, the one that's nearest and best to us is the Tennessee Renaissance Festival. A really nerdy engineer dude. That really wanted a castle, built a castle.
He did. He's building a castle.
He's still building it. It's not complete yet. He's been building it, for like 30 or 40 years. It's really cool. You can, if you go there and take the castle tour, he's there every weekend to explain his castle and to show you, it's really cool. You can tour through his
He's
got
castle. A Batmobile.
He does have a Batmobile. He's actually hand forged his own suit of armor for himself and a horse. He's a giant nerd, but he's a really cool guy.
Sorry, dog's barking. Go ahead.
He's a really cool guy. It's just a really neat place. And they have, of course, the whole fairgrounds. They've got a jousting tournament that happens every year there. There's a pirate invasion weekend. It's a great fun for the whole family. So I like to go there. And I've got a couple of costumes that I have
She's
worn.
just usually a beer wench.
No, I am not. I've never been a beer wench. No, the costume that I wore through high school was like a nobility. This particular Renaissance festival happens through the reign of Elizabeth I, and they've got a specific year, and I don't remember what that is, but yeah, that kind of thing. So I have a nobility costume, and then I have a peasant costume, and that's actually that's what I wore for my bachelorette party. We went to me and all of my bridesmaids went to the Tennessee Renaissance Festival, and we spent the day being nerds at the Tennessee Renaissance Festival, and then we went to drag show at night, and it was awesome.
That sounds very fun. Speaking of very fun, I'm pretty sure our dogs are just having a grand old time in the other fucking room. I'm sorry if you could hear their barking in the background, but that's just what they do. I went to that Renaissance Festival with you once last year. Was it last year?
I'm not sure.
When me, you, and your dad went, and it was hot as fuck.
It was seriously one of the hottest times I've ever been. It was awful.
I hated it, and I didn't dress up.
So bad. None of us were dressed up that year, but usually it's really cool and calm underneath because it's in sort of a stand of trees. You know, it's shady and tree like it is in Tennessee, and it was hot as balls. The hottest festival that I've ever tried to be. Like, I thought I was going to sweat to death. It was bad.
I enjoyed the food, though.
Yeah.
I got a giant turkey leg covered in, like, cranberry jam or something like that.
It's so much fun.
So
I like the shows. I like their Bird of Prey show. It's just fun to walk around. I enjoy it. I like tits being out. I don't know. It's just a thing for me. And
yeah, it is.
But it was so hot that day that we just couldn't stick around. It was rough.
I had fun, though. And I would love to go back if they had it in, like, November.
They don't.
I know. They have it in June.
But Florence, I believe, has one in November. It's not as big or entertaining, but it is fun.
I'd go to Florence
again. We can go in November.
I like Florence.
Yeah.
We can go to the brewery over there, Singing River. I love Singing River. I'd go. Fuck anyway. Yeah. All right, generic question. What is your favorite band or musician? Leah, you can go ahead. Because mine's embarrassing.
It's hard for me to pick a favorite on that one, but I have a top.
I know what your favorites are.
Probably my favorite, the one that I've been to see the most I love. I love the Decemberists. The Mountain Goats would probably be number 2. The Weaker Thans, number 3. Maybe throw Neutral Milk Hotel in there if you count that. Yeah, if it's sad and a little bit whiny, that is my jam. Yeah.
All right, mine's embarrassing. I don't think it's embarrassing, but it's apparently a problem for other people. My favorite has always been Dave Matthews Band, and I apologize to anyone that thinks I'm just a frat bro.
You are a frat bro, though. It's fun.
Yeah. And if we want to talk about, like, sheer amount of listening, Dave Matthews Band's number 1, and then mixed together there would be Pearl Jam, John Mayer. We've gotten, within the last few months, we got really into this band called the Wombats.
Yeah.
If you've never heard of them, they're a band from Liverpool, and their first album released only in Japan. It's the weirdest fucking thing to look up, but their music's really good. They're kind of hipster indie-ish, but I like them a lot, and Leah likes them, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. We listened to them a lot while we were painting the house. I'm trying to think if I'm missing something.
You've been listening to a lot of Guster lately.
Yeah, Guster. I do like Guster a lot. I'll be honest with you, I haven't listened to music in probably 2 months. I've just listened to podcasts and YouTube videos for a while. I lead a sad existence. But
Indeed.
When I do want to listen to music, it's Dave Matthews, Guster, Pearl Jam, John Mayer, the Wombats in there a little bit. I like the Counting Crows a lot too. They're fun. They Their old stuff, not their new stuff. It's kind of not my thing.
I'm also really into folk music and bluegrass and like 90s country for some weird reason. I think it's just because that's what was playing in the car when I was a little kid and I loved it. Yeah. I don't know, that was always really fun. And then I have a weird place in my heart for the Dixie Chicks. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
Everything's weird. I'm sorry. I apologize. You ask another question.
I like 90s country too. And Jason Isbell. I like him a lot.
Oh, he's good.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I do kind of just like country music in general too, though. Nobody specific. I mean, if we're going to pick one like Garth Brooks or something,
Yeah.
Something crazy like that. You remember Diamond Rio?
I do.
Yeah, they were good.
See, I'm more of like a 70s country person too. I really like Conway Twitty and Dolly Parton.
Lame.
And that kind of thing. Tammy Wynette,
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I grew up with a very country family that listened to that kind of music. Modern country, I don't get, but I also just don't listen to it. So maybe it's good. I don't know.
This is a good one, and I'm excited for it. From Abby. What is a great unknown conspiracy that you put your tinfoil hat on for? That you were just into? A great unknown? I don't know about unknown, but I definitely have some lesser known ones that I'm all for.
Mine is embarrassing, but I think we've talked about it before. Well, maybe not on the show, but definitely on Twitter. Not Twitter, but Instagram. I do a thing where I do ask people questions on Friday. I do a question of the day kind of thing on Fridays. And my whole thing is I'm really scared about taking one of those DNA tests.
Yeah.
Because I worry.
Like a 23andMe thing.
Yeah, like a 23andMe, because I'm worried that the medical DNA sequencing ones, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That they're going to basically provide that information to, and I know that there's legislation involved and you can't, but anyway, I'm paranoid that they're going to take my DNA and give it to insurance companies and say, oh, because you have this marker or whatever, your insurance is going to be 4 million times more expensive. You know what I mean? That's the kind of thing that I'm incredibly paranoid about. And I'm probably wrong, but I'm probably not going to spit into a tube anytime soon either. So there you go.
Yeah. Well, one's for me when I said that I have some that I'm all for. If they ever involve any kind of money making, things like, just for example, this isn't a conspiracy, it's just fact. There's a gigantic amount of sodium in Coca-Cola. They do that so that you buy more of it because you're so thirsty all the time. That kind of thing?
Yeah.
So, it's the same thing with oh my God, I just had one and I can't think of it. But cars, for example, cars used to be made much better. Now they're made to break down in 5 to 10 years so that you buy another one. Cars could be made, we could right now fuel every single car with renewable energy, but we're not going to. It's just not going to happen. There's too much money in gas. So we're not doing that. Cars are being made with lesser materials and being made to just pump it out so that you buy more of them and you don't just buy one that lasts you 40 years like you used to. That sort of stuff. It's not really a conspiracy. They make shit to fail now. God, I swear I had one that I can't remember now, but I'm all for those. That's just happening. That's how I feel about it. Also, vaccines. They're dangerous. I'm lying. I'm completely lying.
I will divorce you.
I just
will.
We're a pro-vax family.
We are. If we ever have, we vaccinate our dogs and our cats regularly. If we ever have a kid, they will be vaxxed as much as possible.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry if you guys are against that, but we can't be friends by.
Yeah. You can listen, but don't.
You can listen,
don't
but unless there's a legitimate reason, medically, that you can't vaccinate your children, you should probably vaccinate your children.
Yeah.
But anyway, continue.
Okay. From Kim S. Popcorn, yay or nay?
Yay.
Serious debate in my house now. Apparently, people don't like popcorn in your house,
Who the
Kim?
fuck doesn't like popcorn? Why?
Leave those people. I don't care who it is. Don't have them around.
You don't need that kind of negativity in your life.
No, who doesn't fucking like popcorn?
I guess some people don't like the whole kernels in your teeth thing, but that is just a side effect of delicious. So
Yeah,
you're just going to have to deal.
It's the old Mitch Hedberg joke. I'm not going to not do something now because of what might happen later. Do you want an apple? No, it will eventually be a core. I mean, that's fucking stupid if that's what's happening. If people just don't like popcorn, they don't deserve to be in your life. Unless, Kim, you're the one that doesn't like popcorn. In that instance, you don't deserve to be in anyone's life.
Rude. So rude. No, you can have your own opinions on food. That's perfectly fine, but we are a popcorn household. I used to work at a movie theater, and my mom loved popcorn. Absolutely loved popcorn. And so I used to, when I was working at a movie theater, they would let us take home the bags of the leftover popcorn, because usually you pop way more popcorn by the end of the night that you can ever sell, just keep it fresh. So we would be taking home, after you clean a popcorn machine, like a giant trash bag full of popcorn. And I used to bring those home to my mom, and like beanbag chair sized bags full of popcorn. And it was just the look on her face was just the most glorious thing. It was so great. But yeah, we love popcorn.
Well, my thing is, if you don't like the flavor of popcorn, you can flavor it literally any way that you want to. It is a blank slate of nothing, and you just put on what you want. So you can have flavored. If somebody doesn't like popcorn, there's something seriously wrong with them, and they need to see a psychiatrist.
Or they have a corn allergy, which is also possible.
Well, you can vaccinate for that.
No, you can't.
I'm pretty sure.
Anyway.
Oh, God. I don't know about this one. It's a generic. What movie quote do you use all of the time? I have a few of these.
You can't sit with us.
Yeah, Leah used that one. We use variants of another Mean Girls quote where Leah will say something and I'll say, stop trying to make that happen, like fetch. No matter what it is.
We quote Mean Girls a lot.
Yeah. That's one. God, I don't know. Like once every 2 or 3 days, the part of Austin Powers where somebody tells Dr. Evil quid pro quo. No, I'm sorry. He tells Austin Powers quid pro quo, Mr. Powers. And he says, yes, squid pro row. That comes up for some reason every couple of days with me. I don't know why, but I'll be sitting at my desk and I'll just say it. I'll go, yes, squid pro row.
You're very strange.
I know.
I really like to just look at Mitch sometimes and say, the human head weighs 8 pounds.
Mm-hmm. Which she hadn't seen Jerry Maguire until like a year ago when I showed it to her. So don't let her fool you. I have a lot, though. I'm always saying movie quotes. Leah, what are some that I say? Help me.
I don't know.
Yes, you do. Well, you also don't watch the same movies I do, so you don't get them a lot.
Some of your movies are terrible.
That's not true.
They are.
No. But I mean, I have a lot of them. That was a generic anyway. Nobody really cared. So when I think of one later, I'll tell you.
But Mitch, the human head weighs 8 pounds.
Yeah, it does. It does. What food/drink have you never had but want to try? That's another generic.
Ooh, that booza stuff. It's stretchy ice cream. It's like I think it's Mediterranean or Middle Eastern. I'm not sure. But it is like a specific like cultural dish. It's basically ice cream, but it's made with like a particular type of root starch that makes it stretchy. So like they like stretch it. It's like stretchy fucking ice cream. I don't know. They say it's really good. I would like to try it.
Okay. Fucking shit, I don't know. Something good with cilantro in it, I guess.
But you are like just genetically disposed to dislike cilantro. So even if it's the best thing with cilantro in it, you're still going to think it tastes like ass.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever had a guava. I would love to try it. I've had like a guava snow cone, where it's flavored guava. And I'm like, well, this is pretty nice. But, I mean, that's not the real flavor. So, yeah, I'd like to try a guava. I don't fucking know. Leah, what kind of food do I want to try?
Oh, like the fancy sushi from like those documentaries.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Any of those, like, I'll sit and watch like a documentary about sushi like porn. It's a problem. Yeah. I want to eat all the fish and I'm poor, so.
Yeah, so we don't eat all the fish?
No.
But we try to eat all the fish.
Indeed.
We've tried so many times to eat all the fish.
Never works.
Fuck, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot that I want to try, but I like to try things, so I just take the opportunity most of the time to just get it out of the way, you know?
Cool.
Yeah. Let's do one more.
Okay.
Otherwise, we're going to regret it. And we're running low, by the way. We need y'all to submit some more, please, if you can. Otherwise, we'll just fart around for once. Another generic. What is the weirdest or most unexplainable thing that has ever happened to you? Did we try this one last week?
I think we did, and I think we decided to bag it again.
Yeah, I'm going to put it back in again. We may never answer that one. That's a bad one. Oh, another generic. What ridiculous thing has someone tricked you into doing or believing?
Motherfucker. Okay, y'all.
If you're telling the one I'm thinking about.
When I was a child.
No, you're not. Okay.
My brother, okay, start out. My brother's a jerk in this story, so blame him for this. Also, he's about 4.5 years older than I am. So I believed absolutely everything that my brother said. He was just an absolute god to me as a child. Like, he was just the coolest. He's not, by the way. But he was just the coolest, most awesomest brother in the whole wide world. Loved him to death. Just, yeah. So I just believed anything that he told me because, like, he was my older brother. He was so smart. He knew everything. So why wouldn't I believe him? Well, my dad's company had a picnic every year where they had this money scramble thing. So they would chuck coins and dollar bills and like lots of money into these haystacks, and each age range had a different time, and you would scramble through it, try to find pouches with money in it, try to get the like dollar coins and all the change and stuff. Like, every year as a kid, I brought home like $100+ out of that because I was a scrappy little scrambler. A lot of it was in change though. And so me and Jacob, like, he had his own age group to do it. We both brought a lot of money home each year doing that. So we would separate our coins, and mom and dad would have us, count it out, learning math, that kind of thing. Anyway, my brother convinced me that since nickels are bigger than dimes, that they're worth more money. And I knew that 5 is smaller than 10, but he was like, no, they're worth more money because they're bigger. And I knew that sounded weird, but I was like, no, it's my brother. Anyway, he conned me out of about $5, $6. No, it was more than that because dimes are more like $10 worth of dimes. He exchanged me for like $5 worth of nickels, and I believed that nickels were very valuable for a very long time. And then, growing up, realized that he had conned me out of all of that money for so long. I've never been more furious in my life. And I'm still mad about it, just occasionally, if you couldn't tell. I hate nickels. I hate them.
Me, nothing, because I am a very smart individual.
Yeah, well, at least your brother wasn't a dick, so.
Well, one I can think of, we went to Savannah for our first anniversary, and we were walking, and there are these, like, kiosks set up every couple of blocks or every couple hundred feet, and they'll just say something to you to stop you. And I'm the type of person that I know this is a problem with me, and I have to stop doing it. I'm just too nice, and I won't just say, no, we're leaving. And we ended up standing and talking to this guy for like 45 minutes on the first day of our vacation. And he was basically selling us on a timeshare. And we had to go to a meeting the next morning. He was like, yeah, you just come to this meeting. It's 2 hours, and then you get this and this and this and this. I said, we were like, okay, great. And he was like, yeah, I just need $40 to hold your spot. And we were like, why? He's like, because, I have to have it. My boss has to come get it. And then if you don't show up tomorrow, then I don't get paid. And I was like, then what the fuck is the $40? And anyway, we gave him the $40, and then we were like, we're not fucking going to that thing. Why did we even do that? So
yeah, we got conned out of $40 in Savannah because we're nice people. It was embarrassing.
Yeah, but I mean, it was a real thing.
Yeah,
it was a real meeting. There were people there, but we just didn't go because obviously we were like, we're not going to spend 2.5 hours, 3 hours with these people on our vacation. We're just not going to do it.
It
So-
was weird. We were dumb. But anyway.
Well, we knew the whole time it was a scam, but I was like, I've been here. I've taken up all of his time. Well, he took up all of my time, but it's like when you're at a restaurant or something and you sit in a server's table for a long time, so you tip better because you've been there for forever. I felt like I owed it to him, and obviously I didn't. We should have just left, but we gave him I think it was $40, and then we walked off.
It was like $40, but we had also just won that off of a scratch off, so
Yeah, we got lottery tickets anyway.
Not a big deal, but still annoying.
Yeah, very annoying.
Anyway.
Well, that'll do it for Midweek Minis this week, I believe. Ending on a sour note this week. Motherfucker, I still remember that guy.
Truth.
I hate him. I don't hate him. He didn't do anything terrible.
No, he did something terrible. He works for a terrible company, but anyway.
Yeah. Well, that's it. We had fun. We do need more questions, though, y'all. Please submit those.
And listener stories.
And we'll try to get another one done next week and get your questions answered, but we're running low, so otherwise we're just going to be bullshitting, I'm telling you. And I don't think that you want that. So submit them or else. That's what happens. But anyway, y'all, we'll see you for the main release this Sunday.
Bye, y'all.